Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to draw illustration of a rose on your iPad. I'm planning to make this a little elegant like this example right here. But before that, take a look at this rose I just got. I got this as a gift and they told me this rose will look good on me, so I decided to draw a picture of it today. I'm showing you the end product here, and you may be thinking that it looks complex and challenging to draw, but I'll guide you step by step so that anyone will be able to draw this after watching this video. I hope you follow me through the guide and try drawing your own picture with me. Okay, let's get started. I'll be using a drawing app that I often use called Procreate in this video. I'll put the link in the description box, so please download it from there. This time I'm planning to keep it simple without using a lot of layers, so tap the brush icon and inside the box labeled Sketch, there is 6B pencil. I use this quite often and I'll be using it this time to draw a rough draft. What you need to do first is draw a small circle at the center of the screen. If you press it there, you can make a nice smooth circle like this. And if you draw while one of the fingers on your left hand is on the screen, you can turn it into a precise circle. Please draw a precise circle like this on your screen too. Next, we are going to add some diagonal lines here. I put a sample on the top right corner of this video, so please use it as a guide. It should look like a slanted capital K placed inside a circle. And next, we are going to add some more lines. One vertical line at the center and another one that stands towards around 2 o'clock from the line. Next, draw something like an eye in the space between the lines. I'm a bit embarrassed because it's starting to sound like a drawing sum, but if you're lost, I have a sample on the top right corner, so use it as a guide to follow each step. We are in step 4 now, and I think there are 3 lines sticking out from the right side of the circle, so extend each line and draw a curve that looks like a dome. We are drawing the petals now, so draw these curves like you're writing a U. Finally, add something like an ear too, and that's all for step 4. In step 5, we are going to connect the lines and curves that we just drew, and this is going to be the hardest part, so please watch carefully to see how I connect them. Then, add some lines in the eye that we drew in the center too. This is going to be the part where the petals are concentrated the most, so add a bunch of wobbly lines here. If you get here, you're already done with the basic parts of the rose. The first part is the hardest, so I hope you concentrate and finish them off, because after that we are going to be adding some large petals around it, so step 6 is about adding 2 large petals, one on the upper right and one on the left. In step 7, we are adding 2 more petals, one on the lower left and another on the upper right. They should be pretty big. I'm going to give you some tips now. If you want to change the shape of the petals, you can use an eraser and draw it again. But I recommend using the distort function, which is a standard feature in Procreate. You can find it in the adjustment panel at the top left of the screen, where you find a distortion button, so select it. It should open up a panel, and inside it there will be a push icon at the very left. Make sure it's blue, indicating it's turned on. Change the size a bit, and if you push the pedal, you can bend the line like this. If you push too hard, it gets distorted too much, but if you do it gently, you can reshape the panel without erasing. So I suggest you remember this function and use it when you're drawing the petals. Step 8, we are going to add some larger petals around it. One on the upper left and another on the lower right, so that they're on opposite sides. Step 9, we are adding some more again. This time on the lower left and upper right, and they should be on opposite sides again. And in step 10, which is the final step, we are going to add some petals that fill in the gaps between the petals we drew, paying attention to the balance of the flower. If you want it to be a massive rose, you can go ahead and keep adding more petals, and if you want to keep it simple, use the distortion function to make the petals smaller. What's great about drawing on the iPad and making digital art is that you can use all these functions, so I hope you use them extensively. Okay, that was basically how you draw a rose. How was it? Were you able to do it? A rose has layers of petals stuck up, so it may seem hard to draw, but anyone can draw it as long as you follow each step. I showed you 10 steps today, so I hope you watch this video again and try to do it yourself. Lastly, I'd like to finish it off by drawing the final draft. This is still a rough draft drawn with a pencil at the moment, so I will trace the lines to make it cleaner. We've been drawing the rough draft on layer 1, so when drawing the final draft, change the opacity of layer 1 down to about 10% and add another layer on top by tapping the plus symbol. I'll be drawing on this layer from now on, and this time I'll use the gel pen, which you can find inside a box labeled ink under the brush library since it has a very clean look. Okay, I think I'm done with my final draft. I kinda skip over the explanation for the last part, but my tip is try to control the pressure you put on the pencil and keep tracing the lines of the rough draft, so you should take your time and be persistent while working on it. I will post this illustration data from Procreate on ipadmate, so please check it out and use it to review what we discussed today. I'll also include some techniques that I didn't discuss in this video, so feel free to check it out. You can know more about iPadmate community in the description box, so feel free to take a look, and it'll be great if you guys take this opportunity to join our community. That's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.